Good evening, mermaids and barnacle boys. My name is SpongeDrew, and welcome back to another video. Yes, we are once again reading another silly SpongeBob book. SpongeBob Saves the Day, but this one has 3 books into one. And I will be saying that this will be the second to last book that I will read. I have one more up in line, and that will be it for all of the books that I have read on my channel. What does that mean? Well, it doesn't mean that I won't be done with books. So if you think that's what it meant, be prepared, because I'll probably try to, get more in the future and read them to you like on a video or something. But you guys seem to really enjoy me reading these books, and I really do appreciate it a lot. Which I know not everyone prefers, they want to see like actual like gaming or content or something. So do not worry about that. That will come way into the future of my channel. I will be sure to get like an OBS, maybe do like some speed paints or something. Actually try to do some gaming, do some videos, maybe some reacts, maybe like horror, like action comedy or something. So if you have any ideas for me to play in the future, so that way I can line up something, like play and like review or just make content out of it, let me know, because I would love to see y'all's ideas and make them into videos kind of like these. So yeah, we have Saves the Day, and we have like a whole bunch. What are SpongeBob and Patrick up to now? Well, first they needed to start a recycling center, save the secret Krabby Patty recipe, and finally explore the legends of Bikini Bottom. There's so much more in this collection of 3 popular SpongeBob stories. Sit back, relax, and get ready to laugh. And we have other ones here. We got SpongeBob Goes to the Doctor, Surf's Up, which I already did. And these are all the 3 books right here, and they're all into one in this book right here. So to make this more easy and more less complicated for myself, I'm not gonna read all 3 like stories in here, because they are like pretty long. So the first one we're going to be reading, we're gonna make this into 2 parts. The first one will be SpongeBob to the Rescue, which is him about like making a recycling center. So that will be the first one to do. See right here like all the dates that these came out. So SpongeBob to the Rescue came out, and hold on, let's just zoom in right here. So SpongeBob to the Rescue came out in 2010. Same thing with the Great Patty Capper, and Legends of Bikini Bottom came out in 2011. Of course, this is by Simon Spotlight, Nickelodeon, HillenBurg Sector, Nickelodeon, all that other stuff we've all like seen about it. So yeah, so this is gonna be part 1 of 2. So that's first part, like I said, we're gonna be reading SpongeBob to the Rescue, and then the second part we'll be reading the Great Patty Capper and Legends of Bikini Bottom. So with that all being said, sit back, relax, get some drinks or something, and let's get to reading. SpongeBob to the Rescue, a trashy tale about recycling. By Allison Inches, illustrated by Gibbs Raynock. And if I say the names of them wrong, I do apologize. So let's turn up the brightness right here. There we go. On the way home from work, SpongeBob spied something by the side of the road. "Oh wow, an old propeller," he exclaimed. "This will make a great lawn ornament. Never realized how much neat stuff people leave lying around." So SpongeBob picked up the propeller and headed home. The next day, SpongeBob brought home an old tire, a forgotten laundry basket, and a worn-out boot. Patrick and Gary stared at the pile of junk. "This must be my lucky week," SpongeBob told them. "I could turn this old tire into a swing and this laundry basket into a playpen for Gary." "Meow," said Gary. "Sorry, Gary," said SpongeBob. Not a playpen. I meant a luxury snail house." "But SpongeBob, it's just a bunch of junk," Patrick exclaimed. "Patrick, my friend," said SpongeBob, "you may see junk, but I see possibilities. Haven't you heard of the old saying, one man's junk is another man's treasure? Or, I mean, it's really more one man's trash than one man's treasure. Well, same thing. Oh, is it a pirate treasure? Patrick asked with a newfound excitement. Everywhere SpongeBob went, he kept an eye out for junk. He checked the gutters, he looked in the storm drains, he combed the beach at Goo Lagoon. SpongeBob found everything from empty soda cans to plastic milk jugs. Hold on. Let me make sure that my chair is all adjusted here so that way it's better for me. Alright, okay. You can see pictures right here. SpongeBob found stuff. Pineapple, the drains, even from like a clam and stuff. We got a little pink dolphin right here. Then SpongeBob passed the dolphin tangled in an old fishing net. Hey friend, called SpongeBob. May I have that net when you're done playing with it? The dolphin struggled this way and that as he was tried to free himself. I'll take that as a yes, said SpongeBob, and he untangled the dolphin. Thanks, pal, said the dolphin as he swam away. No, thank you, said SpongeBob. This fishing net will make a perfect hammock for my backyard. Over the next week, SpongeBob's junk collection grew and grew. Gee, Gary, said SpongeBob, I better organize this stuff until I can make good use of it. It's beginning to take over the house. SpongeBob bought several bins, labeled them, and placed them outside his house. Junk, sweet junk, sang SpongeBob as he organized. The possibilities are endless. Junk can become art, or a place to sit, or a pretty decoration, or a total eyesore, yelled Squidward, who has stopped to have a look. It's not an eyesore, it's my treasure, SpongeBob replied. Someday this junk will be worth something. Worth something? Exclaimed Squidward, laughing. Let me see. A pile of junk plus a pile of junk equals, that's right, a whole lot of junk. But SpongeBob paid no attention to Squidward. He was too busy making plans for his junk. On Saturday, SpongeBob decided to take a break from his organizing his junk. He decided to take a break from organizing his junk collection to go jellyfishing with Patrick. I got one, Patrick, shouted SpongeBob as he dropped his net on the creature. SpongeBob? I don't think that's a jellyfish, said Patrick. It looks like a plastic bag. It is a plastic bag, Patrick, said SpongeBob, almost as excited as he held an actual jellyfish. This will be great for my collection. I can't believe I used to catch plastic bags and just throw them back. I can use this as my next shopping trip. Wow, said Patrick. I hope I can catch a plastic bag. Sounds handy. When SpongeBob got home from jellyfishing, he found his collection bins overflowing. Friends and neighbors had dropped off old handcuffs, flip-flops, toaster ovens, television sets, baby strolls, and some broken toys. These bins were sure a great idea, SpongeBob said, passed by as he tossed in an old vacuum cleaner. SpongeBob was overwhelmed. It would take him a whole week to organize all of his new junk. A few days later, sorry, let me get a drink of water real quick. A few days later, Mr. Krabs stopped by, but not to drop off junk. Lad, where you been? Mr. Krabs was panicked. It's been days since you fried up a Krabby Patty. This junk collection is a great hobby, but you've got a heap of hungry customers to feed, and I've got a pile of old money to start collecting. Don't worry, Mr. Krabs, said SpongeBob. I'm almost done organizing new additions. I promise I'll report for duty right after I finish. I'll be expecting you, said Mr. Krabs. On the double. But SpongeBob couldn't report to the Krusty Krab. His pi- his junk pile kept growing bigger and bigger until it was too big for his bins. He asked Sandy to help him replace them with supersized dumpsters. Oh man. Sorry. Way to go, SpongeBob, said Sandy. These here recycling centers exactly what Bikini Bottom has always needed. What do you mean? SpongeBob asked, confused. This is a junk collection. What's recycling? Recycling means separating leftover junk into bins, just like you did, and taking it to special processing centers where it can be made into something new. Recycling makes your surroundings look nice. It also saves sea creatures from getting tangled in trash, or worse, mistaking trash for food, which can kill them. SpongeBob's eyes grew big with horror. Do you mean those sea creatures who share their trash with me weren't playing with it? I doubt it, said Sandy. They were probably just trying to get free. Then a great light shined on SpongeBob. I must save Bikini Bottom from the piers of trash, he declared. So SpongeBob worked even harder. He collected more junk and trash and sorted it day and night. By this point, everyone in Bikini Bottom had heard about SpongeBob Recycling Center. When the dumpsters filled up, Sandy helped take them to the processing centers and then helped bring in new ones. The harder SpongeBob worked, the more the trash piled up. You've got to slow down, little buddy, said Sandy. This is too much work for one little guy. But Sandy, I'm doing this for Bikini Bottom, replied SpongeBob, frazzled. Sandy started to worry. The next day, she stopped in the Krusty Krab to see SpongeBob, only to find out that he still hasn't come back to work. It has been 2 weeks. Finally, she decided it was time to pay a visit to her friends at City Hall and see if they could help. SpongeBob continued to sort junk, but the junk was winning. Soon he found himself on top of a mountain of trash. He panted and spattered. His eyelids and body drooped. Even Squidward was worried. Look, SpongeBob, called Squidward from below. Recycling is a good cause. But Mr. Krabs needs you, and I'm tired of doing all the work. SpongeBob just lay there with his eyes closed. SpongeBob, called Squidward. SpongeBob, quit joking around. But SpongeBob wasn't joking around. He was exhausted. When he stride, SpongeBob heard the roar of a crowd. He pinched himself. What's going on? SpongeBob asked in a daze. Am I a rock star? Sandy slapped SpongeBob on the back. No, little guy, said Sandy, laughing. Oh, said SpongeBob. Then why is everyone in Bikini Bottom staring at us? Turn around, SpongeBob, said Sandy. You'll see. SpongeBob turned around and saw a building with his name on it. Inside, there were 3 enormous dumpsters, each with a different label. Grass and plastic and aluminum and paper and cardboard. There was also a place to drop and swap junk that would be reused by someone else. Excuse me. Welcome to the grand opening of the SpongeBob SquarePants Recycling Center, said Sandy. The crowd cheered and applauded. But Sandy, said SpongeBob, I already have a recycling center. I know, said Sandy, but this one will be run by the city of Bikini Bottom. I told the folks at City Hall about your recycling project, and they loved it. Now you only have to recycle your own stuff, and you can go back to your job at the Krusty Krab. SpongeBob thought for a moment. No more endless days of storing junk in the blazing hot sun, asked SpongeBob. That's right, said Sandy. And if everyone recycles, All of those innocent sea critters will be safe and Bikini Bottom will look more beautiful than ever. That's great. Cheer. SpongeBob cheered. See, Squidward, I told you my junk would be worth something someday. The city would also like you to present you with this green medal of honor, said Sandy, putting the medal around SpongeBob's neck. Wow, said SpongeBob. Hey, Sandy, what does green mean? Green means you did your part to keep the world beautiful and healthy, said Sandy. Then you can call me Mr. Greenpants, cried SpongeBob. Then SpongeBob thought for a moment. Sandy, I wish everyone were green, he added. You said it, little buddy, said Sandy. I sure wish that too. So yeah, that's it for SpongeBob. That's it for SpongeBob to the Rescue. So this is honestly, I really like it. It shows you a lesson about recycling in general. This is honestly, if I had a separate book of just this story alone, it would be great to tell, a bunch of young kids learn about recycling, how to recycle like plastic with actual garbage and whatnot. So yeah, I really like this story in particular. The artwork is nice, the story is nice. It's kind of similar to the episode Keep Bikini Bottom Beautiful, where Squidward, actually, tries, like pick up trash and whatnot. SpongeBob helps out. Something similar to that, but the story in this one is a little different. But yeah, that is it for that. Like I said, this is just part 1. We got done with SpongeBob to the Rescue, then we will carry on to the Great Patty Capper, and then Legends of Bikini Bottom. We'll do that in the next video. So yeah. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. If you like what you see here and you really like this story and you really like, like books and whatnot, then be sure, and you'll want to see more content like this in the future, where I read, books and whatnot, then be sure to subscribe to my channel today. Click that bell notification so you'll stay notified when I make new videos. Like the video, comment what you think of it, what you think of the story. Do you have this book, or do you have all 3 of these, like separate on their own? Share with your friends, family, or people who love SpongeBob or love reading or really love recycling stuff in general. And with that being said, I will see all of you in my next video. Bye bye.